What is going on, everybody? For those of you watching this for the first time, this is Mr. Steve Wrestling, and I'm back again for another topic edition of GTS Championship, which was used to be a top tier prize in Grimm's Toy Show Wrestling next to the YouTube Championship. On the subject to this video, I previously talked about the top 10 longest reigning GTS champions in history. This time, we are going to look at one of the 10 wrestlers who have held the GTS title for the shortest amount of time as of this recording. Just for the record, you will see this updated top 10 list of GTS stars who have held less than a day, which is less than 24 hours, might I add. So before we get into it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't want to miss the latest content on YouTube. Alrighty then, let's get it on. Number 10. Dooh Hob. In the summer of 2016, Dooh Hob won the GTS title when he cashed in his food in the fridge briefcase on Max Frost at the Jersey Shore sidewalk. And then later on, he would lose the title to Pete Corvus in an impromptu forced title match, thus holding it for 8 minutes and 18 seconds based on the timing of the video. Funny thing is, this was the time when Pete won his very first championship in GTS wrestling. Number 9. Vlad. During the second week of the Warehouse era, 2017, Vlad came back and was able to win the GTS title that he never lost from the match where he defeated Jay Evans to become the undisputed GTS champion. Few minutes later, he lost the GTS title to Cletus in an impromptu title match which he would held it for 3 minutes 22 seconds despite being the greatest GTS champion of all time. How sad is it to think that this was Vlad's worst GTS title reign only because he held it for the shortest amount of time in his GTS career. Number 8. Flash Carter. In mid-July 2017, during the edition of Food in the Fridge, Flash Carter was somehow made history when he became an Iron Man of the show, which he was the only wrestler who wrestled 4 consecutive matches in one show, 1 ladder match for the championship opportunity, and 3 freaking GTS title matches. No joke. Go look at the wiki page and see for yourselves. Eventually, he would lose to Grimm by submission. He somehow put himself into a multi-man ladder match for the Food in the Fridge and won the entire thing, which gave him an advantage to cash in his Food in the Fridge to win his very first GTS championship in his career. Unfortunately, he would lose it in less than 2 minutes when Grimm decided to bury young talents shovel style by invoking his rematch clause to win back his GTS championship once again. Well, it's no surprise that burying young talents is one of Grimm's best gimmicks in GTS wrestling, am I right? Number 7. Kid Badass. On December 5th, 2020, Kid Badass won his second GTS title when he defeated Bonifer. His celebration was short-lived as Dooh Hob managed to cash in his Food in the Fridge and win the GTS title for the 3rd freaking time. Kid Badass title reign only lasted 1 minute and 46 seconds. That's all I have to say. Number 6. Blackrom. On the same subject involving Kid Badass, Blackrom was the Food in the Fridge holder until Kid Badass decided to steal his property and win his very first GTS title, which he would hold it for 5 days before Blackrom took the GTS title from him after beating him inside the solid steel cage. The question is, did he manage to hold the title even longer? Well, duh, of course not. He would eventually lose the title to Francesca as she successfully invoked her rematch clause to win the GTS title once again. It sucks to say that this was the only time you would see Blackrom holding the GTS championship, which was used to be a top tier prize in GTS wrestling. Number 5. Nunzio. Remember when Nunzio won the GTS title? Yeah, me neither. I'm pretty sure that most of the longtime OG GTS fans remember when a full-blooded Italian wrestler won the GTS title from Vlad, cause you know, he wrestled for ECW, WWE, and WWE version of ECW. Ugh! Although the real story is that Jake Cage was supposed to face Vlad for the GTS title, but suddenly he had a leg injury, thus being replaced by his kayfabe uncle Nunzio. He won the GTS title with some help, but cannot manage to hold the title much longer, as he would only held it for 1 minute and 30 seconds before Hollywoodooligan cashed in his food in the fridge briefcase and win his second GTS title. Number 4, Francesca. Back in mid-June 2019, history has been made as Francesca became the first woman to win the GTS title after she surprisingly beat her fiance Tony Chini. Her GTS title win celebration ended prematurely as Onslaught randomly attacked her with a black hole slam in the ring, and then Tony Chini came out with his alter ego disguising as Handjobby. He cashed in his food in the fridge briefcase and successfully win the GTS title. It sucks to say that Francesca couldn't even hold the GTS title much longer, especially this was her first GTS title reign. But don't worry, I'm pretty sure that she'll have a better GTS title reign in the future, right? Number 3, Hollywoodooligan. Like I mentioned earlier in this countdown video, Hollywoodooligan cashed in his food in the fridge briefcase and successfully won his GTS title from Nunzio. And then out comes with Vlad, who came out with his rematch clause and win back his GTS title for the 4th time. The funny thing is, this was the same day when Vlad lost the GTS title to Nunzio earlier. Well, so much for being a GTS champion that didn't even last longer than a minute, am I right? But man, no wonder why I had to hear the fact that there were only 3 title changes in one freaking day for that prestigious GTS title. 3 title changes in one freaking day. Go figure. Number 2, Anthony Green. On October 29, 2017, Anthony Green, the former August Gray from 205 Live and WWE NXT, won the GTS title only because Jimmy Controversy accidentally hit his kayfabe father Red Titus with the briefcase. Afterwards, he would lose the GTS title in 34 seconds when Jimmy took a huge advantage to successfully cash in his food in the fridge briefcase and win the GTS title. Jesus, how many times did I have to mention food in the fridge in this countdown video? And finally, number 1, Bonifer. Yes, I calculated how many seconds that he held the title from the bell rings to being pinned with a 3 count, but only a milliseconds away as he most likely broke the record. On November 7, 2020, Bonifer won the 8 wrestlers elimination match to become the GTS champion for the first time in over 3 years since winning his first GTS championship. His celebration of winning the GTS title was short-lived as the Fran invoked her rematch clause to win back the GTS title successfully. But man, what a record. At that time, Francesca became a 5-time GTS champion next to Dooh Hob and Grimm. But wow, these superstars made history when it comes to the GTS Championship. As for Bonifer, well, I hate to say that he broke the record by becoming the shortest reigning GTS champion of all time, among with other stars who held it for the shortest amount of time. So there you have it, a top 10 list of wrestlers who have held the GTS title less than a day, even less than 10 minutes. What a waste! It's hard to say that you see those top 10 GTS stars who held it for the shortest amount of time. All of those guys and girl lost the title because of the food in the fridge cash-ins, rematch clause, and impromptu title matches. Besides storytelling, my main question is, what's the point of putting the title on them all just to lose it in less than few minutes later? Sure, you want the championship to be added to the wrestler's resume, but come on! All I'm hearing in this countdown video fills with unnecessary title changes, hot potatoes, and cash in for the championship opportunity, which all of those topics leading up to making the GTS championship look meaningless, irrelevant, and less prestige next to the WCW championship in the year of 2000. Yuck. I would never want to speak of it again, or will I? Which GTS star's unmemorable title reign you mostly forgot? Leave your thoughts in the comment below. Be sure to hit the like button, comment below, and subscribe for more content. Just a reminder, make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't want to miss the latest content on YouTube. Alrighty then, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again in the next one.